You hear it all the time. Exceed customer expectations. You got to exceed customer expectations. You got to blow the customer expectations out of the water. What does that really mean? I'm going to explain right here in this video. Stay tuned. Okay, customer expectations. They've got them and you need to meet them. Otherwise, your business is going to tank. So how do you manage customer expectations? And what do they really mean to you? Why are they so important? Let's talk about some major key points in managing customer expectations and, more importantly, exceeding those customer expectations. The first thing in exceeding customer expectations you want to take note of is this: be helpful. You know, it pretty much goes without saying, right? I mean, that's why you're in business, is to serve others and to solve problems. But when it comes down to the customer service conversation, be the one that's helpful. Be the one that solves problems in advance. I call it anticipatory service. Think of what your customer needs before they do and offer it to them. Offer solutions. Be in the mindset of being a solutions provider. Think ahead. How can I solve this customer's problem? This customer is coming to me either as a brand new customer because they have a problem, or maybe they're an existing customer and they have a problem with their product or service. If you have the mindset of being a customer solutions provider, then you're going to be able to solve those customer problems. The second thing to remember, in addition to being helpful, is to speak well of your customers, especially when you're around your other customers. You know, I loved having my hair done. I go to an amazing hairstylist, Christina Kreidel, over at Intrepid Salon right here in Utah. She's incredible. She's been on the cover of Cosmoprof. She's pretty big name in the hairstyle industry, but I remember working with her when she was just brand new, getting started out of a salon, out of her house. It was before she started her family, and her what is now her baby's room used to be her salon. And before the salon, she's got now 2 locations that she serves. And in this in-home salon, you know, she didn't even have plumbing, and she would have to have this hand crank water and wash her hair in the sink. Then she would have to empty the bucket. It was pretty makeshift, but she was so good at what she did. And my customer experience was so awesome that I won't go to anyone else. And one of the things that she mentioned that really stuck with me is whenever she would have a customer come into her salon, even in just her home, and the other customer was leaving, the new customer would come sit down, get their drape on, you know, start to get their hair washed. And as the previous customer was on their way out, she would always say something nice about the previous customer to the current customer on purpose as they were leaving, so the previous customer would overhear it on their way out. So for example, if I came in and I'm ready for my haircut and she's putting on the drape on me and asking me what I want, as the old customer is packing up their things and leaving, she would say, "Oh my gosh, I love working with Mackenzie. She always makes my day," or "She always makes me smile." And she would say that to me about the other customer. Now put yourself in the customer's shoes. How would that make you feel if you were either one of those customers? For example, if you were the customer just leaving and you overheard your stylist or your service professional, whatever industry you're in, talking well about you to your other customers, would that make you want to do business with them more or less? Obviously more, right? And the bottom line here, you got to be genuine. You can't just make stuff up in order to sound good. You actually have to really feel and think these things. Now put yourself in the new customer's shoes. If you're the new customer and you're hearing your service provider speak kindly and admiringly of other customers, how would that make you feel about the way they're going to talk about you? You probably have a pretty good impression of them right now, okay? So speak well of your other customers, especially when you're in the presence of your clients. Know your business better than they do. Your first step is be helpful. Your second step is speak well of your customers. Your third step is know your business better than your customers do. I was watching a video on YouTube the other day and I was amazed at this example. I'm going to share it with you. So if you had a business that was a typing business, and a lot of people work from home when they do these businesses and they have documents and things that are emailed to them or sent to them or dictated to them that they need typed up and put into a document. This happens for emails and letters all the time. Now, if you were in that industry, in that business, and your client came to you and said, "I need this handwritten letter put into a document," you could easily just say, "Okay, great, we'll get that done." That's primary, obviously, level of customer service. But if you really want to exceed customer expectations, this is where knowing your business better than the customer does come into play. So if you're in the dictation business, if you're in the typing business, you'd want to ask your customer these questions. How many copies do you need? What fonts do you need? What letterhead do you need it on? How soon would you like to pick it up? Would you like to get us to keep this on file so we can redistribute it so you can have this reordered later on? Do we like to in the future call us so you can dictate the letter instead of having to bring in a handwritten letter? This is where you can think all of the facets of your business and present them to your customer. So giving your customer options to choose from really lets them know that you care enough about the details of what they're doing to make their business your business. Another example of this is I was working with a client who was a chef, and this was an amazing chef, but this person got to know their clients on a very personal level. This is beyond knowing the food allergies. This is beyond knowing diet preferences of, being vegan or being whole foods plant-based or being keto or paleo or whatever one of the diets out there. This is an example of what experience do you like to have when you eat your food? How do you like to feel when you're eating your food? I do this in photography all the time. I ask my clients, how do you want to feel when you see your images? I ask them, what is the decor like in your home so that we can match your outfits so when you blow your picture up and put it on your wall, it doesn't clash with what's already there. 3 major things you need to be aware of to exceed those customer expectations. Let's review, recap, break it down. Be helpful. Have a mindset of helpfulness. Speak well of your clients to your other clients. Know your business better than the client does. If you keep those 3 things in mind and present those to your customers, they're going to have an exceptional experience with you every single time. Okay, you've got the key elements to exceeding customer expectations. Now it's time to actually put it into practice. In the comments below, I want you to share your favorite way to add value to your customers' lives in your industry. Stay tuned, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you tomorrow.